up time.
Did everyone have a fun weekend?
Yeah, I worked all weekend. It was super fun.
Memorial Day weekends. Icky.
I don't have my chat up yet, so if you're talking to me, I don't know. There we go. There we go. Alright.
Even Pat was hopeless against the icon.
Which icon? What?
Your mushroom head?
We are just waiting on nature.
Especially when I showed Pat the entire picture.
God, if Pet was supposed to be intrigued by partial picture and the whole picture, I don't know what to think. Because the last time we asked him about that bullshit, I'm fucking still scarred.
I think scarred is it's a strong word. I don't think it's appropriate. Maybe life altered.
Nah, dude, I'm pretty scarred.
You gotta go seek counseling now.
Yeah, yeah. I've done a lot of shit in my life, man, but seeing that right there, it really fucked me up.
Not as much as Karth's NSFW channel.
You know, I gotta tell you, no, man, Pet's pictures still worse.
I can work on some more for you.
You know, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate you letting me into that part of your life. I'm just saying that maybe we ought to redraw our boundaries.
I thought we didn't have boundaries. By the way,
yeah,
everybody.
Sometimes you don't want to.
Everybody, feel free to let nature know that he's holding up the entire raid.
Yeah, Zero's coming too.
Now, nature's in a 15 key.
What?
On his monk.
Can't he just Alt F4 and come on his character?
So feel free to let him know that he is wasting your valuable time.
No worries on Dark Rule.
God, I gotta tell you, I didn't think we'd have enough people.
No, I didn't either.
Didn't we raid on like Christmas week too?
It's different, man. And I've got a really good head start, so about halfway through this, you might not even fucking want me here.
Should I just plan on swapping you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, just think about it.
Isn't Molly on?
Yeah, he is. And Zero's on his way. And so is Feyranna.
God damn.
Just waiting on nature to get this party started.
It's like a ridiculous amount of people. Like our whole roster's here.
It's like people actually want to show up for a raid. Holy.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's pretty sad that we have better attendance on holidays than we do on non-holidays. What does that say about our lives?
But late spring, early summer is hard on a lot of groups of people. Students, military, parents, all of that. All those people become infinitely more busy.
Knock and I are just going to move our computers over to Rain's house and live there and get our socialization out of the way. And
How far is he in the queue? Like, do I have time to like?
he was on Dark Roll.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
Go ahead. Shame him when he gets this far. Gladly.
For as far down the hill as Roa goes every raid, I imagine her retention hopes are not high.
Agni open trade with me. I got a Vantis run for you.
Are we fucking with him yet?
Alright, everybody, get to it. Get on your tunes. Get ready. Get back. We'll do already check as soon as nature's in the zone. We'll talk a little bit about Phase 3 and more stall goals. And I will feast us. I have feasted us.
Mm-mm-mm.
May we be cauldroned, peas ring.
I was actually waiting for everybody to get here.
It'll still be up on there here. If it doesn't, we'll have extras.
Anybody else seen Solo yet?
Yeah.
Is that a yeah?
Yeah. No, I said meh. It wasn't great.
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
Compared to other Star Wars, it just wasn't as like into it as other ones.
Man, I was super into it. I don't know what it was, but I was all about it. Plus, nice to see Amelia what's her nuts in a fucking movie where she's not dog shit.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about Phase 3 and then we'll start pulls. Phase 3, remember the order of your mechanics. If you don't know the order, it is in the notes spelled out for you with the modules being the frame of reference. Remember, modules require your absolute DPS. You cannot, like, fudge, and that was a fucked up statement. They require you to focus them, much like the ads on Vermithras. You have to turn and burn them, you have to save some resources, we need them dead quickly. First set of orbs is going to be your pot. Don't pot on the boss, pot on the orb, please. Sorry, Nocta's laughing out at me. We are going to be suiciding after the second module. Tanks for Phase 3, I want you to really try to keep him off the wall. I want him off the wall about here-ish after the first set of blades. So try to keep him this distance from the wall if we can, so people can utilize more space to his right, his back right, when we have to spread. Second module, once we kill the second module, I would like DPS back onto the boss, and I would like the boss moved to and through the tree. So as gazes go out, remember we're going to have gazes go out at that point in time, and the blades are going to start coming in. So the boss is going to be moving through the tree, we're going to be following it, DPSing, gazes are going to go out, blades are going to spawn, we're going to stack up and die, blades hit, chains hit, we spawn on the tree. We will then bait Module 3 back towards the way we came. So the boss will be on the left-hand side of the tree. We are baiting Module 3 to the right, between Module 2 and the tree. And then we will go back to the boss.
You're a tall one.
Does anyone have any questions on that? And that's as far as I'm going for right now.
One thing I wanted to mention though was for the second module, when we're all trying to DPS it, melee, if you could take like 2 steps to the left so that you're not hugging the right side, so that the orbs that spawn in the death fogs when tanks have to soak them, like we're not killing ourselves to soak them for you guys, or you're not eating them.
Are you referring to your left or their, or excuse me, your right or their right?
Like if they're right. Like we're going when we're with them.
You want us stepped to the left of the orb so you can be on the right as we're facing it.
If you're on X, and if the orb spawns on X, be a little bit closer to the left side because on the right side will be the death fog. If their orbs spawn and their melee are eating them now because they're standing like right over here, like right on the edge where we can't go. Like right now, where Zas is, if that was the death fog, melee are standing right here, and we can't run between them without going into death fog and killing ourselves.
Yeah, and part of that's going to help by moving the boss a little bit farther, a little bit out from the wall. Will help a little bit with melee positioning. And once we get stable, once the orb module has been killed, and that's not death fog, it's not going to one-shot you. Once that, at least I don't think it is it?
It is
doesn't
once
after it detonates.
It is
Okay.
death fog.
Okay, so yeah, after the module detonates and we shift over to the boss, we don't want the boss hugging that the edge of the fog either. We want the boss slightly out because we want to be utilizing some space in there, give people some pathing. Everybody has to watch out for those red orbs. Don't soak them. Don't get hit by them. As far as phase 1 focus, we need to focus on phase 1. I do not want to spend all night wiping on phase 1 and seeing phase 3 like 3 times. So focus on the mechanics. Focus on doing it right. The buffs are very important for DPS throughput, so make sure the buffs are getting placed properly. Let's do a ready check and let's get going. We need to get into phase 3 consistently so that we can start figuring out the strat for it. Sealder, I want you to go full DPS, please. For phase 1. Healers, pump out as much DPS as you can while you can in the very beginning. Obviously, once we start getting in there, Tortured Rages like 5, 6, and 7, we're not going to be DPSing much other than Sealder. And then during the intermission between 1 and 2, make sure we're getting some DPS in on the boss there too. More Unholiness.
I'm good.
Hello, good. How you doing?
Did I miss
Well,
I got an extra one for you, more if you need it. Nature, you good? Alright, let's go. Please don't make me re-explain phase 1. Do it right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2,
Jesus.
1.
Well, we didn't hear
Awkward.
well, it's out now, so.
Code soon. Okay, so soon.
4,
Behind, not beside.
Code soon. You behind.
Res Hardy.
Oceans.
Make sure you second pot.
Code soon. Be behind the boss. Cases soon.
Big spread.
1.
Code soon.
Behind.
Center.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so soon.
4, 2, 1.
Need extra. Thank you.
Bombs soon.
Healer's bait.
I need us.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cases.
Spread.
Bomb soon.
Healer's bait. I don't have Guardian for your nature. It's a lot of overlap with buffs, guys. Or debuffs.
Cases.
Soul bombs. Healer's bait.
Stack.
Oh, that works. Okay, remember the order. It's gonna be it's gonna be blades and then gaze and then module 1. Chains after that are gonna be double pop. That's Gyrocide Shout, Rain, CD, and Mine. Watch the scythes, watch the blades. Don't forget the pot on orb.
After all we have endured, it must not end this way.
Hope is not lost, High Father. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Here comes the blades. Be between these. Move.
4, 3.
I need you to talk.
Trying. I went to get the orb. It was very far.
Spread, spread, spread. Watch the balls. Stack for module. Everyone switch on the module. Move the boss a little farther out, please. We're going to need an escape path. Okay.
Chains will be next.
Their side be on the other side. I'm down.
Need the boss turned away from us. Pop both chains. Gyro side shout. Module 2's coming, stack up for it. Burn module.
Dying next one.
Once the module is dead, follow the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Flash it. Stack up. We need to move that section closer. Go ahead and stack up and die. Everyone die.
Stack.
Quick. Stack and die, stack and die, stack and die. Release in 3, 2, 1. Release. Bait the module. Was that a late mover or late reser?
So release is res or release is release?
Release should be release.
You release and res immediately.
We really need
People
to.
who died beforehand need to wait.
Blades are next.
We really need to straighten that up, I think.
I'm calling the release for everyone that stacked and died. If you died before that, you need
now.
Yeah, go ahead and wait. You need to be over by it, ready to go. When we call release, we are releasing and resing immediately after.
So we already dead? Wait 2 seconds after it says it.
I'm moving Marcus to the right some.
Because, like, the idea is everybody stacks, and everybody dies together, and then everybody releases at the same time and just runs at the tree, and you don't get hit by the little critters because you're immune to them for like 1 second after you release. So everybody can rush into the tree and not get knocked all over the place, and like we'll be up with a group and be able to like get the module where we want it to be.
Are there benefits from the countdown being res as opposed to release?
Yes, we are immune to getting knocked back for a very short period of time when we click release. So if we are releasing and everyone's darting at the same time, those that died at that point in time and are releasing at that point in time are immune. The only people that have to worry about the ghosts are the ones that died previous to that point.
Okay. So is there any
calling
benefit to saying, 3, 2, 1 res, and then like somewhere in the 3, the 2, and the 1 people release?
No.
No.
Okay. Hey, I'm throwing it out there.
Well, you can do like
Relax, second person.
well, you can do like the Legion 1, and then Legion 2, and donate for it at 1. So.
So again, so everyone will understand, if you die before the mass death and you are not near the tree, you need to release and you need to go over and stand near the tree. I'm hearing the best place to stand is between the tree and the wall, and you wait. The rest of us are, when we stack up and we suicide by the tree, I call it, we all die. I will call the countdown, 3, 2, 1, release. We will all click our release buttons and run into the tree. At that same point in time, you guys will run into the tree that are already dead. Just don't hit any of the ghosts. Because while we're immune to triggering them, we are not immune to getting knocked back by them. And so everyone understands that the tree can't actually res everyone. That's why we have to have it timed. It's to make sure we res everyone.
This is
John.
after.
Go ahead.
Is it after a change that you want us running into the tree?
So ideally, what we want is we want Module 1, Module 2. The Tanks, are you going to have a problem moving the boss through the tree? Are we... Did you understand what I meant for that and the reason why?
Yeah, I understand what you want. Was that module in the right place, or was that on the wrong side?
3 was wrong.
That's what I thought.
But that's
I want
someone did run into the group.
Yeah, you don't need to cut along the edge for that part. You can kind of go as soon as it's clear. You don't need to go following the edge. You can kind of go straight to the tree because we need to get to the tree and the boss on the other side of the tree for the suicide. And then we suicide, and then we will go back to where we came from for Module 3.
So do you want the boss at the tree before we actually suicide then?
Yes, we want to follow the boss from Module 2 to the tree where we're suiciding. That way we get some extra DPS time, as opposed to leaving the boss where it's at and running away from the boss and losing that DPS uptime. We're kind of following the boss across, and you are going to be on the other side of the tree, which is where you're going to be after Module 3 is done anyways.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'll be able to get it probably most of the way, because I died in the middle of actually moving it there with where I'm supposed to die for the fight. So Rem will pick it up, and I'll have to finish moving it the rest of the way.
You could also be eating one more slice there, because that was when I died on 4.
Okay. Then I should be able to get it there.
And we definitely want the boss off the wall. You did a pretty good job for 1 and 2. John, are you coming back? This is a good first poll, guys.
That's quick.
Did he say anything? I don't see him saying anything.
Is he ahead of me? There he is.
Gotta wait for him to get kicked.
I'm back.
Oh, now you're back.
Yep.
Can we not take AFKs like that, please? Just ready, check, and go.
I would rather acid shit in the toilet than on my computer chair.
Rather than say something. We are wasting a lot of time every night from people not being on time, not showing up without posting out, randomly taking AFKs, and then I have people bitching and moaning that we've been on Argus for a month. So.
River. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys soon.
3, 2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Coming soon. Gaze soon. Coming soon. Be behind the boss. Potions. Cone soon, be behind the boss.
Four,
Take the spread.
Jesus. Cone soon, be behind the boss. The center.
four,
Go ahead and give me scope.
Gaze is soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Only stack up if you have debuffs. So we can limit the science.
Are we just going? We're gonna have to let the guys go out.
Yeah, can you soak that one and then run them out? Okay, burst from now on you have to run out.
Are you good for one more sec, or do you want to do two?
You I can go for one.
Four, 3.
Gazes are as it's pop.
Call an escort, man. Don't run out like that.
Gazes.
You have to run out with the bombs now.
Just wipe it. Just stack up, guys.
4, 3, 2, 1. Master, I go to claim your prize.
I have many lucky doos you like.
Do small bombs do the same damage to everyone else in the avatar buff and out of the avatar buff?
If they're in the avatar buff, no.
I take more.
Yeah.
What?
We take more from it since we're outside the avatar.
I'm just saying, if you're stacking in the group and the small bomb goes off, it doesn't do that much damage to everybody else.
Correct.
So if I just, let's say, just ice block it as soon as I got it, and I wasn't in the avatar buff, would it do more damage?
Yes. And they would kill people. I've cloaked it once before and nailed everybody.
I don't think that's how it works. It's people who are standing in the buff, in the tank buff, take less damage.
He's talking about when you're outside of it.
Yes, when you are in the avatar, your damage to you is redirected onto the tank. That's how the avatar works.
But what if you're not in the avatar buff?
Everybody gets the damage.
Everyone's taking the same amount of damage from soul bombs. Well, it's not the same, but from the soul bursts. If you are standing in the avatar when the soul burst goes off, the damage to you is redirected onto the tank.
So
that's not what he's asking.
That's it with the mechanic.
So I could just ice block it in the group.
And then you're giving everybody 2.5 million damage off of that.
Yes, the answer is yes. You could let the soul burst detonate outside the group at risk to yourself and those around you.
But we're doing that every time, aren't we?
We're detonated in the avatar group, which everyone that's there is stacked in the avatar, taking less damage because it's radial burst. It's fall-off damage.
And it's all on a tank.
But I'm not an avatar buff. I don't die to it.
Whoever's around you. It's less overall healing for the healers if we have certain sections of people in there. And to control who that is, that's who we're putting in there.
Okay, never mind.
It's just a way of reducing the number of targets we have to heal high. Without doing like pre-assigned groups or something. Let's do a ready check and go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3.
Gazes soon.
1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Cone soon be behind the boss. Gazes soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cone soon. Be behind the boss. Potions.
Sure, we're second potty.
Cone soon. Be behind the boss. Gazes are soon.
2, 1.
My bad.
Cone soon be behind the boss.
We need more room on this one, tanks, every time.
I need an escort.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
Get rain up.
What's the voice of Fetish?
How'd we lose somebody to rage debuff after the transition?
Fetish was like running behind to get the buff. I had no choice but to kill him.
2, 1.
I had to drop the blight, so it was either it'd be in the raid or not in the raid.
Bomb soon.
Healer's bait.
Four,
Gazes be as these pop.
1.
This is.
Some of you are still spreading too far and not getting stacked fast enough.
Oh, that was the wrong
Bombs,
place to
healer's
smash.
bait.
Can you hold it one more?
Sorry, I should have fast for external. I didn't know you were gonna.
I was trying to take the bombs because we hadn't called for them to go out with it, and they were about to expire.
3, 2, 1.
What killed Rem?
I'm not being topped off at all before a scythe, and I'm beating him at 50%.
Okay.
Master, I go to claim your prize.
I'm a retard. I need 60 seconds for pot.
Wow.
I just pre-potted my feast drop.
If I'd taken advantage of that medicinal pot.
Not now.
That must have been what his message was yesterday. It was a bad trip.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Speaking about trips, did John just go shit his pants out again in the bathroom? Or
Bro, if he had Chipotle yesterday, I will forgive him 3 to 4 shits right now.
Reminds me of that South Park episode.
Let's go.
Yeah, I started watching South Park 10 years ago.
4.
You're missing out.
I'm missing a lot, I understand.
Cases are soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Cone soon be behind the boss. Gazes are soon. Cone soon. Be behind the boss.
Wipe.
Oh, bro.
Master, I go to claim your prize.
Like cone was baited improperly, that's why that happened.
Yeah, Roro's right. It was pointed directly at where both the buffs were dropped, like people were going to get it early.
Like, just wait like 3 seconds before after the buffs drop the first set, and you won't have it run out of time.
Yeah, if you, like you said, if you wait a couple seconds on the first buffs, you won't have that timing issue on the second, picking up the second.
He could even get the wrong one first and then get the second one.
Yep. Let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4,
Cases are soon.
2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
I pick him up right about this time.
Cones soon. Be behind the boss.
Are you in Death Fog, Ray?
Cases soon. She can't talk. She's out of it, looks like.
Take your rest. Behind, not beside. Good.
Second potions. Cone soon be behind the boss. Gazes are next.
Big spread. Try not to drop the bus on top of each other.
Cone soon be behind the boss.
Escort. Escort.
Wipe. Not doing this with 2 healers. Vaughn, I have to swap you out, man.
What did I do? I mean, I'm down, but if I fucked up that pool, let me know.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles, like you.
Got a hippopotamus and a camel. They can fight. Grrr, chomp, chomp, chomp. Rah. Hippopotamus wins. Camel dies.
Zero, zone in when you can. Give Vaughn a minute.
Hippopotamus returns. This time versus elephant. Chomp, 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 chomp. Elephant wins. Hippopotamus dies.
Zero, do you need a flask? I don't have any AGI ones, but maybe someone does.
No, that's fine. I've got my own.
Ready, check, make sure everyone's here. Let's go.
5, 4, 3,
nope.
2, 1.
The master demands you do.
4, 3,
Gazes soon.
1.
The might of sea and sky.
God damn it.
Our champion, Golden.
Gotta get Jay up before the con, please.
Cone soon.
He's going to instantly scythe, be careful.
Gazes soon. Cone soon. Be behind the boss.
Wipe. We're regressing, guys.
Four.
Life ends.
Second cauldron's down. There we go. Remember healers DPS at the start. Don't let me out DPS you.
2, 1. Four.
Gazes soon.
2.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Cone soon. Gazes soon. Need an escort.
Kind not beside.
Cone soon. Potions. Cone soon, be behind the boss. Yes,
Need an escort.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cone soon, be behind the boss.
Let the fury of the sea wash away
Center.
this corruption.
4, 3.
Get in some DPS while you can, healers.
Gazes soon.
Agramar,
4,
lend these
3,
mortals your
2,
strength, brother.
1.
3, 2.
Someone come with me.
I got you, John.
You were supposed to go with the avatar tank. first ones go with the Avatar tank and the Soul Bomb.
We're starting to go out. Oh, never mind. I didn't see her gun, but
Soul Bombs. Healer's Bait.
Four, three,
gazes are as these pop. Gazes spread.
Will Jersey.
That was poor judgment.
Healer's Bait.
Bomb soon.
It's like, Agni, I don't know if that's where you always go, but it really makes it hard for melee who have
If there's an external, can I get one, please?
the rage to get in there.
Gazes soon. Spread for gazes.
I got a crit. What you got now?
We got no healers.
2%.
Super.
Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can bind your relentless fury. All we have endured, it must not end this way.
Hope is not lost, High Father. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
To the walls.
Don't forget your runes.
Here comes Blades.
Beware.
Be on the ones that spawn when they spawn. Stand on them. Stand on these. Get off them.
We got it.
Gazes
Spread for gazes. Stack from module.
Potions.
You guys aren't spreading good enough.
We got 2 rages stacking on top of each other, and I got fucked with 2 stacks.
Go ahead and get them more up.
Chains will be next.
Nature, I'm gonna need your CD with the chains.
I'm dying on this one.
Pop those chains. Not quite enough. Go ahead and wipe.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So I popped cloak before chains and I still got it.
Don't know. I don't know. Do you have to wait for it to be applied and then cloak it?
I don't think so. I think you have to cloak before it applies. Then it skips. At least that's what my understanding was.
Well, try it the other way.
Oh, it'll just pop it immediately then.
That for the first ones, we want them popped immediately.
Yeah, but it's better if you don't get it. That was my point.
Well, if you don't get it and then somebody else gets it, they have to run out with it. So
No, I think
it
it
would be better.
automatically chooses people, and then, like, you can immune it. Like, that's why you have the immune classes immune it at that point. Everybody pops their immunity, you can skip chains.
The immunities aren't for chains. The immunities are for orbs.
Alright, well. Do you want me to soak up some orbs? I'll do that.
No, don't worry about it yet. It's just to help with orbs.
We good to go?
Give me 1 second to set something. If I can find it. Alright, let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys, is soon.
3, 2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Skullgunner.
Cone soon be behind.
Yeah,
Guys,
are you
soon.
still getting Taco Bell?
Cone soon.
Behind on the side.
Oh.
Potions. Cone soon be behind the boss.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Big spread. Behind.
Cone soon.
I mean, if you're getting some, I
Eight.
think there was
Swipe.
leftover.
2,
She called it barbecue mac and cheese.
Let the fury
sure what
of
that
the
is.
sea wash away this
I'm
corruption.
gonna take a chance on that.
In
but
mate, you say Timmy, well, you're at 10 in mine.
I will text you.
Master, I go to claim your prize.
I have many lucky doos you like.
Hold timer 1 second. I got a doorbell. Okay, go.
20 seconds.
20 seconds it is. I've said it, and now everyone else is saying it. If you're not second potting in phase 1, come on, let's stop wasting our time. DPS is important.
I linked to Weak Aura. It pops up on your screen right in the center saying potion ready, and it makes a sound for you to remind you.
Or even calling it, guys. I mean, come on.
If you're poor, you can just open trade with me and I'll give you
Yeah,
some.
I have 1500 prolonged power, so they're cheap as fuck right now. If you need some, then I'll give you some. Doesn't matter. We've pushed this phase 10 seconds ahead of time before. Nature's on a phone call. And we're barely scraping the DPS check right now. What would be really nice is if we could not use hero and still make the DPS check, but we're not capable of doing that. So I need everybody doing everything they can to DPS. 2 weeks ago, we were pushing the phase significantly sooner than we are now. With 4 healers. Said no, right? Alright, let's go. Are you good, Nature? Let's get going.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys is soon.
2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golganeth.
Council. Guys is soon. Pound soon. Potions. Can't soon be behind the boss. Cases will be next.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Can't soon be behind the boss. To the center.
Oh, green not have an iron bug for you lower this time.
Okay.
I'll get Nature up.
Guys is soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
too far back, Faye. Healer's bait.
2, 1.
Bomb.
Four, three.
Gazes are as this pop. Bomb soon.
Healer's bait.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Gazes soon.
3, 2,
I got it off your row.
Take it.
I got it, don't worry.
Healer's bait.
Bomb soon.
3, 2, 1. No. Just
442.
only pain. Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can bind your relentless fury. All we have endured, it must not end this way.
Hope is not lost, High Father. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Here comes the edges.
Beware.
Get ready to stand on the ones that spawn.
Gazes are as these pass
Move.
by.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread. This should be your third pot. And then chains.
I die on this one.
More.
That's only one chain. You guys cannot wait that long to pop the chains.
4, 3, 2,
New module soon.
1.
If you're dead, you should be released, waiting by the tree. The boss would be pulled through the tree We obviously this module would be
4,
dying a lot
3,
faster.
2, 1.
Die next one.
Die. Everyone stack and die.
Just goes right there, don't hit it.
Die, 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 die. Releasing in 3, 2, 1. Release. Bait module. Stand in shit like I did.
Everyone should be on the boss's butt.
Can I have an iron bar, please? Iron bar, Rem, please.
You need to get that out of there.
8 seconds.
Edges are coming.
Stand on the ones that spawn on this side.
Oh shit, it's on me. Is that on me?
Move.
4, 3,
And as these pass, there will be more gazes, followed by change.
Spread for gaze. We're breaking one chain.
Got one broke.
The other one hold it. That target needs to be healed. The chain target needs to be healed.
Who picked it up now, me or Roa?
What number is that? Did you guys
That's
both die?
That's the first time I die after, so.
That's
So it'll be. Oh no, we're going by sides.
Okay.
For the tanks. It's so Rem dies on his 5th, then it'll be Crypt dies on his 5th, then it'll be Rem goes to 4 and doesn't die, and then Crypt goes to 4 and does not die, and then I go to 4 and the boss is dead. Almost.
4, 3,
You guys can die.
2, 1.
I'm just waiting for the scythe to kill me.
So you'll have to get an actual res.
Yeah.
So we should have 2 available at that point in the fight.
So
I
we're
think
gonna
I'm gonna
stop using them now. Phase 1 and 2.
Well, we should have stopped using them a long time ago. I'm just using them now so we can keep getting farther into 3. I'm gonna put a break timer. You have 7 minutes.
Did you take a scythe when you accidentally taunted there, or no?
I didn't actually taunt. I'm not sure why I had that.
Okay. Did you take a scythe at all?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so after the tree, I do die, and then Crip would die, and then we both get rezzed. Okay.
Yeah, we'll use the 2 B reses, and then you guys, after that, we're not supposed to die. We're supposed to go to 4 and then swap. But now, really be.
Did everyone get rezzed from the tree at that time, or did we still not have everybody? I didn't notice.
We got almost everyone. A few people stayed dead.
I missed it, but it's okay. Just wasn't my best pull by a long shot.
Alright, less than a minute, guys. Hottie, are you there? Hi, Burby. To further answer your question, it's to reduce the dot damage as well. I was going to say that several polls ago.
I got two scenarios for you. We got one guy named Bombboy, another guy named Dummy. They're the same exact distance apart. So scenario 1, Bombboy has Avatar on him. Scenario 2, Bombboy does not have Avatar on him. How much damage does Dummy take in both scenarios? More or less, or equal?
The detonation is the same. The soul burst itself has a dot component. That's why we're stacking it on Avatar.
Just answer that question.
It's the same amount of damage. Doesn't matter if the burst is in the Avatar or the burst is not in the Avatar.
So I can just ice block that shit, right?
If you're sure, yeah.
Awesome. Question answered.
Ready, check. Let's go. Mailbox for Agni.
It's already out.
Check your food, check your flash, check your carbons, check your everythings. Module timing, so we're all stacked up on the module when it spawns. All DPS switch to the module, we burn that module down. You're going to want to run out at about 5% so that you don't get clipped by the death fog. as long as all DPS is switching and doing it right, you have plenty of time to run out. When the module dies slow, though, some people won't make it out without movement speed boost. So it's very important that we kill those modules on time every time. That was a good pull. That was the farthest we've made it in the fight, but not the best percentage-wise.
Something to note on those later modules too. I was trying to move the boss to get it away from the module, and I had a couple people with the rages that were way out. I assumed that they were range players just because of where they were located, but I ended up hitting them with the scythe because I didn't really have any type of clear path to avoid people for moving the boss.
Yep, that's them being mispositioned. And melee rage players, if the module spawns, you'd be aware that he's got to move the boss, so make sure you're not in his path too. Because everybody else will be dealing with the module, right? So you can peel off the boss a little bit, get in position, clear the path, let him go. I'm not worried about cleave damage on the module right now, I'm worried about getting the strat down. We would like to be able to cleave the boss off the modules, yes, that is what we would like to do, but right now the modules aren't dying fast enough. So boss positioning is a moot point. I also still have people dying to things that are entirely avoidable and bad positioning and not spreading well enough for the rages in phase 3. Like, worry about all the fine-tuning of the DPS when the DPS check matters. If we start wiping to enrage, it matters. Focus on the mechanics. Let's go.
We had quite a few away for the ready check.
Ready check it again.
No.
You back yet, Ray?
I am.
Welcome back. Let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, is this soon?
1.
Cone soon.
The memes.
Okay, is this soon? Cone soon. And escort in the back.
Bad bait. Just wipe. Come on, guys. First bait was bad. Our first one was off too.
First one made us we had no room.
Go to claim your prize.
I have many, many wares.
We good? Anyone need timers?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4,
Guess this soon.
2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champions, Golden.
Can't soon be behind the boss. Guess this soon. Count soon. Be behind the boss. Potions. Cone soon be behind the boss. Okay, it's soon.
Big spread.
Cone soon be behind the boss. Center.
Wash away this corruption.
I do not have an iron back for you, Loa.
Okay, is this soon?
Agramar,
4,
lend these mortals
3,
your
2,
strength, brother.
1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I get externals.
Too far back, Timmy.
Yeah, I was up in the jar. I'll get closer.
Yeah, it's just. Ugh.
Bomb soon.
4,
Healer spade.
3, 2, 1.
Guys, this are as these pop.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
Oh, yeah, it's a burst. Healer's bait.
Bomb soon.
I'll need an escort if I get it.
3, 2, 1.
Can I get an external?
Guys, this are soon.
Iron back
4,
feature.
3, 2, 1.
Spread for gazes.
Healer's bait.
4,
Bomb soon.
3, 2.
Bursts are gonna have to run out. Yeah? No? Tanks? Tanks,
Yeah,
yes
they're
or
gonna
no?
have to run out, yes. Everyone's
Need an
gotta
escort.
run out with the burst.
Just die.
Kill yourself.
It's not nice to say.
441.
Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can bind your relentless
Pet, you didn't listen to directions, you didn't die.
Not my fault, Cloak Proc. Still have people who haven't second potted by now. Third pot's on orb. Module, sorry.
After all we have endured, it must not end this way.
Hope is not lost, High Father. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Stand between them. Then move on top when they fire off.
Four,
That's your robo.
Okay, so as these pass.
Spread.
Fuck off. I'm so tired of this shit.
4. Module soon.
You're potting on this module, and then you're running off the module at 5%.
Chains soon.
I die on next one.
Pop the chains immediately.
I'll escort you.
Ram is dead. Don't res me on these. You're not
Need that second chain popped. Come on, guys. Second
For
chain.
crying out loud. Okay, so I cloaked it as well after the fact, and it still didn't pop it.
I got the one in the back row.
Burn module.
I need heals.
4, 3, 2.
Dying next one.
Gazes.
Beware.
Dead. Wait for it.
So I'm gonna be bitched in for having my rage there when there's black.
Release in 3, 2, 1. Release.
Should be on the boss.
Releasing at melee. Or resting at melee.
Go ahead and wipe. So when we release, we want to go back the way we were.
I go to claim.
So if we're facing the tree, you're going to the right to drop the module right there.
So question.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? If I've got rage against the wall, but there's black stuff there, and the whole group is stacked right on the boss. And then I just get scythed. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Why are you against the wall?
Because we didn't have a lot of room to spread out.
On which one?
The one where I got scythed.
So is that
which module?
Is that after module 1, before module 2?
I don't know. I guess.
If it
is it after the first module because the death fog's down on the side, and
I think it was after the second.
Death sentences go out. After the second module, we're all dying.
Well, then it was after the first then.
So after the first one, with the boss, so the boss needs to be far enough away from the module's death fog that we have room. It also needs to be off the wall, so that we have room to spread.
There was more than enough room on that pole. There was lots.
No, there wasn't.
Are you going to his, like, if you're looking at him, are you on his left side during that, or are you just hugging the right where all the other people are supposed to be?
So we ran out from the module. That's when the fucking rages came out. There's not a lot of time to do anything because we're so slow on the module. I got trapped.
The rages come out before the module. And the second set of rages we die with.
No, he's talking about the one after module 1.
But you already have rage by then, because chains is after that.
Yeah, he's talking about the gaze. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Module 2 drops, gaze, and we suicide for that one. So you already have it for that. You already have your rage going into module 1. So you were pinned because there was no room following the boss from us doing module 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it in somebody's VOD too.
Alright, what foot are you standing on when you're running out? Like, after the first module? Like, with the, rage?
He's not even going to be on the module.
No, but on Argus, like, which foot is he on? Because there's times I see people on the right foot of Argus when they should be on the left. And that's why then they're risking getting scythed. Because they have to because that's where everyone else is on the right foot. And then the entire left I see it open.
So first rage melee have to run past the boss to the left.
Yes.
That also stops them from getting chains and being stuck against the wall.
Well, so be towards the center of the room instead of the wall side, if that is what the problem is. We good? Can we pull? Are you still looking for something, Amar?
I think that's the timestamp. It just looks like the module got too big, and then by the time we got
did. No, it did. It definitely, the module's not dying fast enough. Which happens when we have dead DPS. Oh, that was 2. Yeah, we're already dying at that point. Or we're going to be dying. No, you look like you did it fine. For module 2, because the next gaze is going to go out, and as the boss is getting in position, we're following it. The gazes are going out, rages and fears are going out. The next blades are coming in. We are stacking and dying with them. So you did it fine, Amor, in that instance, in this video. That's ready, check and go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2.
Okay, is this Stim?
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golgana.
Cone soon be behind the boss. Yes, this will be soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cone soon. Be behind the boss. Potions. Cone soon. Gazes will be soon.
4, 3, 2,
Big spread. Still have people not second potting. What's going on, guys?
Cone soon be behind the boss.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
Center.
I do have Iron Bark for you this time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So, Hottie, what was the point of doing that? What did I do? You ran all the way out and then dropped it? Or was that nature?
That's me.
Gazes are as these pop.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread.
Give a spade.
Bomb. Die.
405.
Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force
Kill
that
Pat.
combines your relentless fury.
That must feel amazing.
T-Mac him now. Show him who's boss. Third pot's going the orb, guys. Orb has to die quickly. Module, not an orb.
We have endured. It must not end this way.
Don't die to
Hope
stupid
is
shit
not
beforehand.
lost, High Father. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Good job, somebody touched a little ghost. Edges are coming in.
Beware.
Between them. Onto them as soon as they fire away. Move.
4,
Gazes as these
3,
pass.
2, 1.
Spread.
Module. Chains will be next.
You guys have to move out sooner.
Red
Here.
dies on the next one.
Calls, that would be nice.
Nature, I need your CD with this chains.
Run them out, whoever's in melee.
Module soon.
Get ready to burn the module.
3, 2, 1.
I got the melee one, Roa.
Burn, burn, burn. If you're dead, release. Get by the tree.
4, 3, 2,
Dying next.
1.
Sorry, Crip.
Beware.
You can burn on the boss a little bit right here before we actually need to die. But then you obviously need to die. Release in 3, 2, 1. Release.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here comes module. Turn and burn. Clear the way so the tank can move the boss. You're gonna have to follow the wall.
Can you GA me, Pet? GA me, Pet? I die on the next one?
Next.
Big heals, healers. Edges are coming. Look for safe spots on the walls. Remember.
Red.
Stand on the ones.
Wait, we need to be able to get to the wall here.
Stand on the wall. On these.
Stand on these. Now go.
Between. After this, there will be gazes followed by chains, and then module right after that. Chains and module.
3, 2.
All other healing CDs here. For these chains. We should only pop one, leave the other one for now.
Yeah, I still have mine on.
You can get ready to drop yours.
Move,
Drop
move,
yours.
move, people. You're about to, and I'm about to die. Do we have a res?
Well, it's a wipe.
I was just curious if we had one here because this is where I would need to be resed.
So that was 5. Module 6 would be coming up. Wait, is that 5? That's 4. 5 is coming up next. If you look, we're putting the modules in bad spots. We can bait the modules if we get better at the timing. We get better at the timing with the modules up against the wall, kill them just a little bit faster, the area is smaller. We're going to have another module. If you look right there on that pole, we would have ran out of room. So as we get better at this, we will be positioning those modules closer to the walls and closer together.
I have many lucky
30%, that's cool.
Farewell, friend of the
Pet, would you be able to save your GA there for most of the time for me there? After you guys res?
I can try to have it up. I use it sometimes in 2. So it would, it'd be hit or miss. It's a 4-man cooldown. I can try to save it though. And yes, Nature, we are significantly behind on DPS. But because people are dying right now. That's exactly what I wanted to touch on more. So we don't have to turn the boss for Module 3 tanks. We drop 1, we drop 2, you pull the boss through the tree, like directly through it, to where you would be tanking it after Module 3 is done, and leave it there. Just stay there. We res, we will go back towards orange and drop the module off there. You just stay over there with the boss. That way we don't have to do that funky turnaround. So you're already there in position on the left of where the tree would be. We do module 3, it dies, it should line up just about right for us to come right in behind the boss and go back to doing the boss mechanics.
The problem with that is it does, it will have the chance to go on the tank because of the suicide. It does mark the tank as a player for
I understand that is a possibility.
Okay. So just keep it there at that point then? Got it.
So to understand the position again, basically it almost but not really, 1's going around star, 2's going around between star and circle. We're moving the boss past the tree for 3. Everyone else, when we res, we are going back towards where module 2's edge is at to bait the module over there, so that we can get that module nice and tucked out of the way. Module spawns pretty much immediately after we come up. As long as I'm timing it correctly, we should be okay. I've been bad on the timing. I will get better. We spawn. We go over there. We stack up nice and tight. Module spawns. We kill that module. Then we run back to the boss. And then we continue along this wall. What I'm not liking right now, and Melee and anybody else, go ahead and pipe in on this. What I'm not liking is having the boss face towards the death fog. I'm not liking that at all. For the blades after 3, we're skipping blades at 2. The blades after 3, we have nowhere to go.
We had places to go there, but that was only because of the way the blade spun. Didn't seem bad.
So we just need to be quicker with preparing for those blades, because if the boss is faced towards the module like he has been, then we're going to have to run around behind him to tuck into the wall for that set of blades, which is fine as long as we know that that's what we're doing. Which means rages, you guys are going to have to peel even farther or find a cubby hole right next to it. Like the range can go farther back than the melee. We can keep the melee right at the boss, just behind it against the wall. Tanks might want to consider turning the boss a little bit more toward inward a little bit more, just to give melee a little bit more leniency with the left edge of the scythe when we're dealing with blades after 3rd module, if that makes sense.
So more of a closer to a 90-degree angle on the wall. Am I understanding that correct?
Yeah. So if the boss is over on the left, facing the tree, basically, like if the boss is on here, I'll just drop a marker. So I'm not sure if that's a spot, but if the boss is right there, facing where the tree would spawn, instead of having him face basically towards dipshit in the back, who is that? Amanthul. If you have him facing towards Amanthul, which is I think how we're doing it right now, facing the boss, the left hook of the scythe, when he scythe hits melee if they're trying to DPS during blades against the wall. But if you, during that specific one, if you turn him more so he's facing kind of more towards orange, or wherever you can, because you have to be tucked in there too, that saves melee a little bit of hassle with the back end of that scythe just for that one.
Okay.
I don't know, it's something we'll have to see again. I think that's the first time we saw that decently clean.
Please, 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 range. Make sure there's at least some sort of spot to be able to move the boss.
That was a really good pull. Let's just look one more time. So 30% at 9 minutes and 18 seconds. We are significantly behind on DPS, guys. A lot of that comes from phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 and phase 2.
Didn't we get into
Seems to be going
phase 3 at like 4 minutes that time though?
at 4:03 or 4:10, and we can get there faster. And of course, cleaning up phase 3 obviously will help a lot. Let's do a ready check, make sure everyone's here, and let's keep going.
We'll also get a lot of Titan Forges once we get those orbs going.
How were we on Titan Forging at that point? Like, we should have had it, I think. Shouldn't we have
We
at
had
that
it.
point?
We had it, but I don't know how much percent because it goes up to like 25% or 30%.
Yeah, and then it goes down too, so we'll lose it at one point. But then once we get to about the 4th module, it's going to be so high that we'll never lose it.
Okay. Some groups have the DPS to not use hero in phase 1. Other groups need to use hero in phase 1 to meet the 70%. And some people are like half using hero by popping it a little bit early so they get it earlier in phase 3. But we do get 2 heroes. Let's go. We got everyone ready. That was a really, really good pull.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four, three,
Gaze is soon.
2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Cone soon. Gaze is soon. Cone soon. Be behind. Potions. Cone soon. Be behind the boss. Gaze is soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cone soon. Be behind the boss.
Separate the orb.
Center.
Which guy you're gonna have to move?
Gaze is soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Your externals.
Curious bait.
Bomb soon.
3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Gazes. Spread. Bomb soon.
He was bait. Go ahead and wipe.
Master, I go to claim your prize.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gazes soon.
3, 2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Cone soon, be behind.
He's going instant safe, be careful.
Gazes soon.
3, 2, 1.
Cone soon. Be behind. Potions. Cone soon.
I mean, that's
Crit's gonna be out of the spot.
Gazes soon.
2, 1.
Cone soon, be behind.
Easiest one.
Center.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Move in a bit early.
Gazes soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get tank up.
Bomb soon.
Healer's bait.
Micro one.
No one liked you anyways.
Guys, is there as these pop? Guys, is bombed soon.
4, 3, 2,
I need an ask.
All the tanks are dead.
Wipe.
Like, even when the tank has the avatar, they still need to get heals. Because they're taking a shit ton of damage.
Alright, let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys, is soon.
2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Goldeneth.
Cone soon.
1 FPS, huh?
Guys, is soon. Cone soon be behind. Potions. Cone soon be behind. Guys, this will be next.
Big spread.
Cone soon be behind. Center.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I have 2 stacks of the rage if this can help.
Gazes soon.
2, 1.
Bombs soon.
Healer's bait.
Gazes are as these pop.
2, 1.
Bombs soon.
Healer's bait.
No.
4.10.
Only pain. Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can bind your relentless fury. All we have endured, it must not end this way!
Hope is not lost, High Father. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Here comes the edges.
Beware.
Stand on these ones when they spawn. Move.
Gazes will be as these pass.
2, 1.
Spread.
Module soon.
I'm down.
It's a bad spread.
Chains will be next. These need to break instantly.
Do I die on the next one?
Break those chains. Module will be soon.
Hug up against the side of this just a little bit more. There we go. Hopefully I didn't just kill us. Launch hole.
Dying next.
Get some DPS in on the boss. Go ahead, guys. Stack up. That's good for the boss. Releasing in 3, 2, 1. Release. Whoop.
People are gonna die fast enough.
Whoever had rage, you gave me 4 stacks.
Yeah, when we're transitioning to phase 2, I'm always going directly across to like the blue square. So if you're on the wrong spot, like please don't walk across me with your rage.
No, whoever had rage thought I was part of the suicide and gave me 4 stacks and tried to kill me.
So this is a Roa.
Thank you.
So to highlight the importance of doing the mechanics and doing your second pots, guys, we pushed into phase 2 with the DPS down the whole time, so I know we can do it. Just do the mechanics right. Use your second pots. Don't be stupid. Phase 2, we had a couple of DPS dead, and we phased at 410. Our longest phase has been almost 5 minutes, so just need everyone alive and we can push it just fine. So the DPS is pretty much right there for those 2 phases, as long as you do it right.
I have a question, just so that doesn't happen again. When we pull it to the boss, can I tank it like it's facing orange so that the rage player is nowhere near me and I don't have to heal myself through orbs, scythe, and melees and rage stacks that might accidentally get on me?
You want to do what now?
So like when you pull it to the tree, like just don't pull it as far, like just keep it a little bit like toward, like if the tree is purple, have it facing towards orange, just so that like I don't get rage stacks either. Because everyone's dying near it, trying to get to it. I've gotten rage when we're trying this.
I actually was trying to hustle as fast as I could just to even get it over there in time.
What's that?
Oh no, I'm not blaming you, Crip. I'm just saying because like to get past everyone, I have to run through rages. There's like to taunt the boss and to hold it there.
The other thing we can do is we could just shift the first 2 modules to the right some, or along the edge some, so that we are, when the boss is pulled out of 2, as long as we kill the module in time, when the boss is pulled out of 2, we're already standing next to the tree.
Yeah, no, it's only an hour.
And the boss, you don't have to move the boss at all.
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying? If we move module 1 and 2 location just a bit, then we don't have to pull the boss across the wall that far. And we can DPS the boss and then get our stacks and then go suicide. We'll be right by the tree.
Usually have to do much of
as long as modules 1 and 2 are done right and quickly.
It would just be everybody's luck that the one time there isn't a guard there, some shit would go down.
Doesn't seem like a bad idea. So with that in mind, where is the new star marker going then?
Wouldn't it? Okay, Ray. So if 1's there, would it be right about there, you think?
Oh, he's not the one who was supposed
Tree's
to
right in
be
front, that's too close. It's probably right about here. Are we actually dropping the module right on star? I am not ever paying attention.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, how bad?
If we dropped module 1 here, 2 would end up right about at orange.
Nothing else changes, just that?
That would be close-ish.
Okay.
We could try that if you want. That's not bad. If it might work better for the tanks.
Sounds good to me. Better than what I was afraid of.
Or
like,
just keep going the way we have it for the rest of the
switching it
day.
at nights or something.
Keep it the same for now.
It's important if they're doing it this way.
You don't.
Well, I mean, we don't lose anyone. Obviously, DPS the orb dies. The boss is already starting to be moved before the orb dies. You don't need to wait for module to die to start moving the boss. And then, as soon as the module's dead, we're going to go back onto the boss and follow it to the tree while the rages go out, while the gazes go out. We can get some DPS in there because we're not doing the res until 10 seconds before module 3 spawns. So you have some time to linger and get some DPS and get some DPS in on the boss right there, which is what Hadi was mentioning. Yes, there is a gap right in that spot that we're losing some DPS right now until we really fine-tune that point right there.
Yeah, but you still have to do outside patrols. And that's even more dangerous going in and out than if you were just out in the heat.
Hey, everyone's ready, let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Four.
Gaze is soon.
2, 1.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion. Go get it.
Haste will be on the left.
Cone soon.
Worry about that till I have to worry about it.
Gaze is soon. Cone soon. Be behind boss. Potions.
I mean, another check like this one, sure, that'd be awesome, but you were getting awfully stressed.
4.
Gaze is soon.
1.
Cone soon. Be behind the boss.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about this check, I was talking about the one after he leaves.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this
Center.
corruption.
That's not Sun.
About him not showing up, or? It's not right that he's not giving notice.
Gaze is soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Wait, he hasn't even applied for it? Oh my god. Then he should give 2 weeks notice, don't just plan to ditch him. I mean, there's no way that that company is being that much different
Bomb soon.
to 2 different employees, so there's
Here's
no way
bait,
that he's
only
they've
didn't escort
treated
if I
him
get it.
anywhere near bad enough to deserve that.
I got it.
Soulbursts have to go out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys have to come back and
Particularly badly at all.
I killed this.
I mean, there's stuff that they've screwed up, but None of it feels like they're being intentional.
Sorry, by the time I realized I needed to taunt there, the swipe or the scythe was going out.
No problem. You didn't. If all I was gonna get scythes and melee anyway, 'cause I didn't realize either.
Oh yeah, they just fire you anyway. Did you see that thing about the dude getting arrested for having like 40 tons of manure dumped in his boss's driveway? He won the lottery. And one of the things he chose to do with the money was hire a company to dump 40 tons of manure on his boss's yard and driveway. And he got arrested for it and everything, and he was just like, still worth it. Still worth it. I don't know exactly what it was that he got as punishment, but he was like, I took shit from this man for 20 years. It's worth it. Oh yeah, and like he didn't deny it at all. He was in the road watching, laughing his ass off, and handed himself over to the police immediately. He was proud of it.
I have many, many wares.
Yeah, I loved it. 20 more minutes.
Alright, let's go.
Right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2.
Gates is soon.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Going soon. Gaze is soon. Going soon. Potions. Going soon.
Behind, not beside.
Cases with me next.
3, 2, 1.
Cone soon be behind.
Still just, I think we still got a ways to go figuring out that last part of the fight.
What are you doing?
And then I had a few pulls there where I just screwing up.
Center.
Give me 2 stacks for no fucking reason.
No, my old team, I don't know where they're at now, but when I was playing this with them, they weren't even making it out of the first phase. And now I'm making it into the last phase with this team.
Gaze is soon.
So they're further on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we did. Yep. Yeah, most of the guild is on this boss now. Like I said, it's the last one. Once you kill it, all you have to do is re-kill stuff over and over until August when the expansion comes out, because he's the last one. You have to kill everybody else to get to him.
Bomb soon.
Here's the bait.
4, 3, 2.
Okay, this will be as these pop.
2, 1.
Spread.
Get Ram up.
Bombs are gonna have to run out. I don't have an avatar.
Bomb soon.
Need an escort. I should survive. I'm good.
First, need to get out.
Save yourselves, ass.
If we have anything, I'm gonna die soon.
Okay,
So is he.
Bomb soon.
420.
420, guys.
Do not summon the spirit of day.
Maker, the one force that can bind your relentless fury.
You guys made me use Soul Cleave there. I feel dirty.
That's an emergency thing, though.
After all we have endured, it must not end this way.
Okay, let's not have any deaths to Scythe before we even get him to the wall this time, please.
No, the
Pay
boss.
attention to where the boss
He
is at.
reses you just to kill you again.
Still flickers within
It's
these
annoying
mortals.
because it makes the fight take so long.
Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Beware.
Stand on these ones when they spawn. Move.
4.
Spread immediately. As soon as they fire, go, go, go.
Modules next.
4, 3.
Yeah, since I got nothing to do, I'll soak up some orb.
Chains are next. They should break immediately.
Good.
It was
Problem.
okay. We had a little bit of an issue at bedtime. He tried to use his trick his daddy has taught him to get out of it. I'm sick. I was like, well, there's
Next
a
module.
there's trash
If
can
you're
right there.
dead,
You need-
release
you-
and go get by the tree.
If you're sick, you need to be laying down in bed. So. To bed you go. Kind of looked at me like, what the
There's
hell,
a ghost
Mom?
in the middle of the tree.
Dying next one.
4, 3, 2,
Dead.
2 ghosts in the middle of the tree.
You don't have to
Well,
run all the way in. You can just run into the edge and wait. I'll res you.
No, he didn't pull that.
I'm
He
just
knows
informing
that
people so don't just run in.
Yeah, he knows that's a good way to get himself in some real shit.
Release in 3, 2, 1. Release. Up against the side here. Up against it for the bait. Burn module.
I'm gonna die early again.
I had guard. No, I didn't. 2 seconds.
Next thing will be blades.
Res me.
He was fine once we got
Alright,
the
behind him.
Roku going.
Get ready for blades. Here they come.
Beware.
And he wasn't even really
Between
being
these.
a jerk about the PlayStation not working. He just... Oh, what was that?
Move.
Next will be gazes, followed by sentence.
2, 1.
I died early.
Gazes,
Yeah, no rush.
chains,
He's
and then
got
the
Netflix,
modules to stack up on the boss.
Do we have a res at this point?
Breaking my chains.
We do not. We should though.
Okay, yeah, that probably works best.
So this one, the boss needed to be moved out. There you go. But we have to be able to move together too. No, it's taking over the world. Go ahead and wait.
I'm not really picky out.
So is it more worth it for me to stay dead the whole phase 3 when I'm only getting like 6 or 7 orbs on the first module?
Is that all that's being dropped, or what? What do you mean?
There's only like 10 that drop, and they drop all over the room, so I can only get to about 7, and then I just sit there for 45 seconds.
The whole idea of doing that is so that way you get him to his minimum threshold, so that way when we do start getting the larger amounts of them, it puts the buff at a higher amount, so that way we actually have it earlier for longer.
Yeah. Well, like on the third module, I can get like 15 or 20 of them, but I spent almost that entire phase standing against a wall watching, not doing anything at all.
What do you mean standing against a wall?
The orbs are only there for like 15 seconds, and then they disappear. So then I just...
Oh, are you talking about not bothering resing at all?
Well, no, you told
No,
me
he's
to
asking
dead
if he should go down later.
Yeah, he's asking if he should die at, let's say, the second module instead of the first one.
If you die at second module, are the first ones even going to be up anymore?
No.
No, they don't even stay up until the second module pops. They only stay up for like 15 seconds.
So then we would lose those stacks.
Yeah, but you're also losing, what, 2 million DPS over 45 seconds.
Which Titan Forging is, the sooner we can trigger Titan Forging, it becomes a moot point.
Okay. Alright. I'm just saying I don't do anything almost all of phase 3.
That's pretty much what the orb person does. They don't do anything. They just grab orbs.
Yeah, yeah, you get your burst when we go into it, and then that's about it. And then you're helping the rest of the raid get buffed to be able to do damage.
Let's get going.
They take so long between moves.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4,
That was an early pull.
I thought me and Magic took a long time between pulls because
I blame
compared
Ross.
to Umbra's first leader,
That
but
bitch.
we're nothing compared to this.
Can't control herself.
Cone soon.
I almost died.
Gazes soon.
I have no idea.
Cone
if
soon.
you're coming
Be
through.
behind.
I know that.
Rip?
Yeah. Bad soul blight drop, and then what happened?
Potions if you got it. Cone soon. Gazes soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cone soon.
We have 4
Right.
down. Just wipe. Just wipe. Just wipe.
Yay! It was an early wipe, but I'm not the one that caused it. Yay!
Master, I go to claim your prize.
More minutes. 10 more minutes. Right. Better be 10 more minutes for you. It should be 10 more minutes for me. I don't think they'll extend on a holiday.
Let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's what winds up
Guys,
having
is
to
soon.
happen. I'm not going to be happy about that. Yeah, no, they would need to adjust your tomorrow's schedule if they keep you there till 7.
Cone soon. Gazes soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cone soon.
Yeah, I guess they would
Potions.
adjust if you were coming in at 3. But still, bullshit.
Cone soon be behind. Gazes soon.
2, 1.
Cone soon be behind. Center.
No, why? Get.
Gazes soon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2.
Bomb soon.
Healer's bait. Goodbye, Rain. It's nice knowing you. Cheater.
Gazes be as these pop.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Gazes.
I very likely will die here.
Yours.
Bomb soon.
Healer's bait. What's killing you there, Crab?
I usually have my cheat death proc for when that goes off, but I didn't there.
Oh.
Well, apparently somebody
Like
talked to me
the
saying,
tanks
"Come
take a
on down
lot
there,"
of damage
says,
with the avatar.
talking to them, and
Yeah, if I get the
Didn't know
avatar and I
much.
don't have that, I'm guaranteed to die from one of the bombs.
Alright guys, we made it farthest we've been in the fight yet, and the farthest percentage-wise that we've been yet, so good progression. We are steadily making it through this. Continue the discussion, continue, you know, looking at stuff, seeing if we can find better ways to do things, better positioning. Is everything that we've changed today in the last couple of days has been because of input. So I think we're doing good. 30% was our best poll. And just before 5th orb was our best as far as the timing of the fight goes, but obviously not within DPS range, or not within rage timer. So we're doing good, we're on track.
Are we actually even going to hit enrage timer though? I thought it's just the soft enrage of the 6th orb just kind of going to oblivion is what we
It's
really have to
11
worry about.
minutes. I'm pretty sure enrage is 11 minutes, isn't it?
It's somewhere around there, and if we're getting to the
okay. They were still talking, but raid was over, so I looped.